What's up, YouTube? Welcome back, family. We are so happy to be back here again, you guys. We got some awesome things that we want to share with you guys. So first, we're going to talk about all the emails and that we've been getting. So here's the deal. So we have, of course, you guys know we have new godparents. I don't know why I keep this up there. New godparents. So our godparents live in Buffalo, New York. And we are absolutely in love with them.
Puerto Rican.
Oh yeah, they're Puerto Rican. Puerto Rican. They are in the Lukumi tradition, so that's, you know, what we practicing. So this is how we actually met them. Now remember back when I had told you guys about the Oshunstress that we knew that did our ancestor staff. Well, we still have a relationship with her, but we were still kind of like, thank you. We were kind of like debating if we were going to make it official or not. She's, you know, was our potential godmother or what have you. Now, we still consider her as a godmother, but we're not making Ocha with her. We communicate with her every now and then, but the main people that we talk to are our official godparents. And so the way we met our official godparents was, there was this young man who saw our videos. And so he actually sent an email and was talking to us via email, and then we exchanged phone numbers. So he shared his godparents with us. What's up? Shout out to Kobe, our E5 brother. Kobe. So so we met Kobe. We met him in person when we got invited down to our Padrina and Madrina's house, and we literally fell in love with the whole entire Ile
immediately. Yeah,
the ones that we saw. And so we were down there recently. Their whole family is in Ocha. So our godmother, her granddaughter, I think her granddaughter is, I don't know, 4
years old.
Yeah. So she's a new Iyawo, and we had a chance to go down there, I think when she was presented to the community, to just say hi and see her and stuff like that on her throne. Real quick in and out type of stuff. And since then, I actually went back down there and I was able to go through another ceremony that I had to have that was on my Ita or my Odu or whatever. From the hand of Ifa. There was like, is it an Ita or Odu? Ita. And on the Ita, there are some things you have to do, like some ebos and stuff you can do throughout your life, and some things you got to do, some orishas you got to receive. Now, some orishas that you can receive while you're still before you make Ocha, and then of course you're only allowed to receive the certain ones when you make Ocha.
Right.
So that's that was beautiful. We were actually able to go a step further outside of the ancestor staff and get a egungun. So egungun, which is basically the bone of the ancestors from all of your lineages. So we were able to do that, and we're going to show a little snippet of that. We don't really want to show too much because we don't want anyone to see our sign or our signal, which is on our, it has something to do with our egungun. But at the end of the day, to sum everything up, we have been able to go down there from time to time. We've been busy just working, doing school, doing our 1-2, whatever, and converting back and forth to Buffalo, New York to see our godparents and our Ile. I was going to say ancestors. So we've been learning a lot of stuff. I'm learning that it's not always necessary to learn all the secrets in advance, and you don't want to. So there's a lot of things I won't be sharing any longer, which I really wasn't going to share much. Just, you know, like certain things that you are allowed to share. So I want to correct some of the things that we talked about in our video. So I know one of the things that we wanted to say was about Ifa, basically the different, what'd you say it was, the different like levels or the different names of Ifa. So basically we were referring Ifa, or the Orisha, we were saying that the Orisha Olarun or Olafin was Ifa, which is not right.
We did?
Yeah, we were saying, or Arula. Remember you was like, there's all the different names.
There's 3 different names to Oladumari.
Yeah.
But
so,
it is.
But so some people say that, but to be honest, to not get anyone confused, Ifa is just the divination system. Now, Olafin. Now, there's different ways to pronounce Arula, Arumala, Olafin. These are all like branches of
Orisha,
yeah.
Oladumari, Olafin, and
you guys get the gist, the people who already know. But there are some things that we need to correct. So that was totally different from what we were. And we're not trying to teach. We're just trying to talk about our journey. Now, some things that we feel that we do know, we might share here and there. But we never made the video because we were, I guess, some
in
transition,
people trying to figure this out. You know, a lot. This is a very oral tradition. We have books out the wazoo, and they only going to, majority of the books tell you something that you just basically can hear and see on the internet. But majority of the stuff is, if you have to find a good Elay and good godparents, and if they touch your soul to the point where you just know instantaneously, that's where you should be at. It doesn't matter the distance. In this world, you can be thousands of miles away and still be right next to each other. You know, the technology is there. The only thing that you will have to make time for physically is going to do ceremonies, be a part of it. You know, you ain't gonna be you know, I would say right there, you know, as sometimes you gotta work in the kitchen. Like as she said before, we went for, you know, the 4-year-olds community, let the community seeing her. I was on a grilling. I was cooking. We were cooking, you know, and even though it was not as much, but you know, that's what you do in order to get knowledge. And after that, her ceremony, she received some knowledge, and just yesterday, a ceremony that I had to go through, I received some knowledge. So it's like they gotta see that you actually want this. They have to see that you want it. You can't just say, oh, I want it, and I got $10,000.
You actually have to go through a process. You need a reading first, because this is not for everybody. You get your reading first, and then Ruda's gonna tell you if this is for you or not. And another thing, we do realize that there's no statues that can be mailed to you and stuff like that. You have to be present for all the ceremonies. I believe that most of the readings, if not all the readings, really need to be done in person. But there's some Babalawos that can do that. But I mean, it's gonna probably always go up for debate.
Well, and another reason why they were doing readings online is because of the COVID. And you know, majority of the Babalawos are, you know, in they're the elders, and so they feared like people like me and her will be considered as carriers. I don't look like a carrier. I'm an old man. So
well, Corona don't got no look to it.
Yeah, but I'm saying that they be like, you know, you guys are young. Y'all can be carried. That's the way the media, you know, projected it that the young people who's not getting sick and they the ones who's carrying the coronavirus, passing it on to everybody else. So a lot of them did do that. Some things are exception, but now there's no excuse for you to have to do it online. I mean, do it online. If you can do it in person, do it in person. But make sure that you feel your
what?
Ori is in agreement with it. Because somebody could just say, just like in the old ways, my old ways is the Christian faith. Somebody will walk past me, oh, God told me to tell you, you gonna do something great. Well, why would he not tell me? I'm a servant to him too. Why would he just skip past me to tell you something? So if it didn't agree, I didn't agree with it, so it didn't happen. But if somebody's giving you a reading and your Oris agree with it, then roll with it. But 9 times out of 10, well, I ain't gonna say 9 times out of 10. I would just say, if your Ori don't agree with it, then don't accept it. That's just me, my thinking.
Okay, very good. That makes sense. So we found out from the godparents about the statue. She didn't recommend it. She told us to get rid of it, so we did that. We put it outside in Virgil's garden here.
Yeah, I'm mad too. That was like $400.
Well, you live and you learn. And another thing is, we are glad that we are able to stand to be corrected in the event that we misspoke, or we did something wrong, or we weren't doing things, whatever, we did things backwards or whatever. So we're glad that we are able to get the meat and potatoes of the knowledge we need to have. And what I also learned, or what we both are learning, is that your path is your path. So I can say that I was able to receive XYZ, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you go receive XYZ. So a lot of people can just give you this and give you that. Give you this Orisha, give you that Orisha, and then you don't need to have it. But if it's in line with your Eta or your when you got your hand of E5, if you got that, then you're on the right path. So
you don't want an Orisha that don't want to be with you.
Yeah,
because they will wreak havoc on your life, and if it's one Orisha that don't belong on that Eta that don't belong with you, you're gonna make the other ones wreak havoc. So it's like don't do it just because it's the fad or something to do or just something to brag about.
Oh, I want this Orisha because it can give me this. I want this Orisha because it can give me that. No, is that part of your destiny? Are you supposed to have that?
You got to remind yourself, you signed a contract before your soul and your Ori was placed into that fleshly body, that you said, I'm going to fulfill this.
Yeah.
And so with that, when you did that, Oludumare, he already gave you the Orishas that you need to work with. It's up to you from the time you've been conceived, born, to obtain those Orishas to help you fulfill that contract. And then everything, you will have a wonderful life. I mean, just this faith, if you want to call that tradition, life, however you want to, whatever label you want to put on it, is a very humbling one. This one will humble you. And you will love to be humbled. Like I'm gonna just personal sidebar. Okay. Yeah. When I was a Christian, I read the book back and forth, broke it down, knew what person wrote the book, what the author, who wrote the book, what was the purpose of that book, why this book was written at that time, why this book applies to now. I literally deep dived in there and couldn't nobody, still to this day, even though I don't believe in it, still to this day, you can't tell me something that's in that Bible that I don't know. With this, and I was being arrogant, and then that's an arrogance, probably still something that's being worked on me. But here, no, I don't know nothing. I learn. I don't know nothing. What I do know is like a speck of dust compared to what that's out
needs
here.
to be learned, and you're gonna always be learning. So that's why I recommend that you start off with your egungun. You get the bone of the ancestors, which is actually an Orisha of the ancestors. You start off with that, and then you develop that relationship with them. You get your hand of Ifa. You know, I feel like first you get your hand of Ifa first, your warriors first, and then your egungun, or however, maybe you can mix and match it. I don't know if you have to have
after you get your reading.
Yeah, get your reading first, and then
if this is not for you, do not waste your time.
Get
energy,
the steps first that you need to have.
Yes.
Get the steps first that you need to have. Get the reading first, okay? You know, I'm not on here trying to promote things, but a lot of people have been asking me information about my godmother, our godparents rather, and she's okay with me giving them her phone number. I'm not going to put it online. So I just recommend people that are really serious, that are interested, and they're really trying to find, because we had to search like our life depended on it for us to be able to learn a little bit that we have learned. And we took what we learned to her because Orisha sent us Kobe to give us Madrina and Padrino.
And she just explained it to us yesterday. Like, you get it. Our ancestors allowed us to go through trying to find what we need. Sometimes people get their Orisha, their godparents, the people that they need to get, and have a just wonderful time. Our journey started with a lot of confusion, backbiting, false type people.
But one thing I do have to say, the ceremony was right. The ceremony that those people did in Texas were right. It was just the motive behind one person, the lady.
But in the process, it was meant for us to go through that because it's making us, it literally humbled us to accept what we have now, and we can discern the difference.
Yeah, so we were at a place where we didn't want to give up. We knew that we had invested that time and energy into what we went and go do. We really felt in our spirit, in our hearts, that we got the right ceremony. But we needed to know how to utilize what we had and be able to work with our Orishas. So we are, like I said before, we're thankful that Olodumare sent Kobe to us, and we were able to meet our godparents because they are, you know, elderly. I believe that the lady, our Madrina, she has been in the tradition well over 20 years. All her children, which are older, you know, they're adults, they were born into the tradition. So her whole family, going back down to her actual godmother, being in the house of Fermanita Gomez, and going all the way back down the line to where we first started. So it's still like the root of where we originally were trying to come from when we were up under the other Babalawo who gave us the Elekes. That's where we're back there, but we're actually like, you know, under a great covering right now. And one day we'll share how we met, because she just asked us yesterday, because we went down there yesterday. We had his Egungun ceremony. We went down there, and she asked us, how did you guys meet? So I told her this whole story, how we met. It was amazing how we met. So if you guys want to, you know, hear about that, please let me know down in the comments below. Also, how we got to our journey of being involved in Orisha, what brought us. Orisha literally snatched us and grabbed us. I'll tell you guys, that whole story is amazing. We were not even expecting to be in this faith, but something happened amazing, and we are here now. So we're just enjoying the fruits of everything. You know, it was bumpy, it was rocky, but we are here and we're happy about it. So I'm learning that knowing all the secrets is not the answer. You don't want to know too much, and they ain't gonna tell you no way, because you only need to know enough for where you are right now. Because what you gonna do with it? What you gonna do with it? What you gonna do with, oh, who is my mother and in Ifa? Who's my mother in Ocha? Who has my head? What you gonna do with it? What you gonna do with that information?
Because you can't do nothing.
Spit some Reiki, learn the Reiki, number one. Learn who if you already know you have your hand of Ifa and you know who has your head, then learn the Reiki. Learn how to be able to bring them down when you are able to get crowned by knowing their songs. And to be able to wake them up. You know? Get your godparent, have a close relationship with them. Don't just go around them and be lazy. Get up and work. Cook for them. Wash the dishes. Clean up. Do all the little dirty work you don't want to do. Because those elders are watching and they're going to see who's worthy enough to get the information. You just don't get to sit down and get the information. Ain't no money gonna give you the information. They can give you the wrong information just because you're so thirsty. And
you have to do that in our ceremonies. If you want to participate, everybody can't be in the room, you know, when the Orisha comes out. Somebody got to be in there and cook. And sometimes, then guess what?
And they know this shit's allowed to be in there.
And yeah.
The ceremonies some of the ceremonies that I got, I wasn't even. There's one Orisha that I was able to receive. Being that I have my hand of Ifa, I wasn't able to be in the room while they were doing certain things, and I understand that because I'm not crowned yet, okay? But if I wanted to follow what my old dude said, and now some people will argue this, oh, you're not supposed to do X, Y, and Z, save it, because I trust my madrina and my padrino. That's why certain things I won't be sharing. I ain't gonna tell y'all what I got. I'm not gonna say any of that because none of y'all business. I mean, I love y'all to death, but it's too many people out here who's going to challenge that. You know what I mean?
And that's another reason why
you gotta be careful what you say. Now, if I get a relationship with y'all,
Lightweight took a break.
Yeah, if I get a relationship with someone and they want to know what I got, then yeah, I don't mind telling y'all. But of course, it wasn't no Oshun or nothing like that because my hair's still here. I didn't make Ocha yet, so you know what I'm saying. So
and she wouldn't even be on this camera right now.
And when I do make Ocha, y'all gonna see nobody on this YouTube for a whole year. I think Madrina said we can record stuff, but we can't show our face. Like we could be able to post something on Instagram or something like that, but we can't take pictures and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So y'all might hear a voiceover or whatever, but at the end of the day, you guys, we are very happy where we are now. We're not trying to bug our godparents because y'all know me, I have a million questions. But I'm being humble. I'm staying in my lane. I'm being patient. I don't need to know everything. It's certain things I don't got to do. Mm. But just trust the process, which I'm doing. Mm-hmm. And that's basically it, you know? Let's see, what else? Somebody at the door. Oh boy, who's that? Let's see, what else was it? Oh, the godparents, they are up for, you know, if you have been struggling with finding godparents and you're really serious about getting a reading, or if you were in an elay and you're no longer in an elay and stuff like that, then and you looking for, you know, new godparents, you guys can send me an email. I'll leave my email in the description there below. But yeah, guys, it's been quite an amazing journey. We're very happy where we are right now. We have been able to see a lot of beautiful blessings come our way, so nothing to complain about. So we're still learning. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave them down in the comments below. If you have any suggestions about other videos you guys want to hear us discuss, let us know. Let us know. We'll be more than happy to share. Until next time, gods and goddesses, moons and suns. Moon represents feminine energy and sun represents masculine energy, right?